Check it out. We finally got the snow to melt. Check out our video where we flew with the floats for water on the snow. It was awesome. Info card right there. We got the Beaver, and I was telling you guys in a live stream a while back, you were with me when I mounted these tires up. These are the Dubro air-filled 5-inch tires. What's cool about that is I think if they were any bigger, I would have to use some hardware to make this happen. I was able to use the stock hardware with the 5-inch Dubros. I'll put links to the in the description so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't have to get any extra hardware. I was able to use the hardware that came with the kit. The threads are a little short. Some of you guys may want to get a longer one. That's fine, do it. But you know this, you don't have to. I just turned the nylon locking nuts around and put them on that way so I could buy some threads. And it's been holding up out here at the fun park. Let's get it up in the air, but I want to shoot some landings with this thing. I really love it on the wheels. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right. There we go. What's going on, folks? How are you? What's going on? Happy New Year, people of the University. Eddie K, Happy New Year. Wild Bill, Francis, Paul, Hanger 51, David yourself, Boss. Yeah, Happy New Year, foamy homies. Sitting down here in the basement of perpetuity that I never get finished. So yeah, what are you guys doing, man? My kids have been going nuts. New Year's Eve, they're getting all out of their mind on Sprite and like ice cream sherbet. Getting loose. Karaoke is over now. We watched the Chiefs pull it out and then watch the theater production in Napanee tonight. This afternoon. Good day. So yeah, anybody who doesn't know, this is the FMS de Havilland Beaver on not stock wheels. And it's just a little eye candy because I was running late. So yeah. Tito's with Sprite. I'm having a coffee right now. Dad, what's going on? Happy New Year, everybody. So I have nothing planned. What's new? I do have a couple trucks in the car I thought we might talk about later. Any developments, anything new you guys want to talk about? Eric Quinn, what's up? Tom Butler, what's going on? New name in the chat. Good to see you. No plans. I got it. I mean, it's New Year's Eve, right? If you had plans, you wouldn't be here, more likely, and that's okay too. Jeff from Lower Alabama, what's going on? Axel. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do? Ooh, 3-pointer, man. Nice. Victor, what's happening? Oh, I don't think we can have two handsome dudes on the TV at once. This will have to stop. We can't have that. We can't have that. So, yeah, last week we built the killer F86. Axel, awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, got no unboxing. What do you mean? Last week we built the F-86. What do you mean? It's built. I just want to glue down the receiver better, but we got it set up. We got it ready to go. The Cirrus has ball links. I don't remember that. Maybe it does. Victor just got back from flying. All right, and this one we're back. We're flying now on this one again. I just didn't want to see me. One Ryan for each eye. Don't get it. E-Flight F-18. Oh no. I still don't get it. What's up, Randy? I'm hoping the weather's not awful tomorrow. I'm under the weather, but doesn't usually stop me. Just slows me down sometimes. Oh, nice, Axel. I got a couple things I could do. I got a Beach 18 and the big giant Carbon Z um, T28. I got a B25 sitting here too. That I might as well just put it back in the box and ship it off to them. I don't know when I'm gonna ever get it to it. Um, my NX10 can bind and fly to that. Absolutely. What I get for Christmas? I don't really get stuff for Christmas. I'm not even kidding you. I got one pair of socks. My kids got a Nintendo Switch and some other cool stuff. Mario Kart for the action for the win. It's hard to I mean there's nothing I need, you know. Yeah, they got me some good like some bomb. I don't even know what they call it. Some crazy brand name. It's supposed to be hot right now. Anyway, um, I told my wife the first Bombas or something. I told my wife the first day I wore them. I said, "You got to get me more of these. I like these." And she's like, "You would? They're like $20 a piece or something crazy." And I'm like, "Go figure." But my feet know excellence. Tim Smith, Christmas is totally for the kids, and that's the fun part. Yeah, yeah. Me and my wife, we're easy. I mean, we're all about the kids. I got a sweatshirt. Yeah, I got a sweatshirt too. They're excellent socks. Yeah. Eric Quinn's downloading a end of the year hangar tour video. Nice. Yeah, Dave, it yourself. I mean, yeah, I got a hobby shop already. So, and I've been in this RC game for so long. There's I always manage to get a hold of what I want anyway. In a way. So yeah, there's not much I want for. You get to a point where you don't want anything but time. Just a little bit of time. Um, to do some other things. I'm hanging on to these holiday hours until um, it doesn't make sense anymore. My wife wants me to do a sponsored livery on my race car. I'm like, it's fun and it'd look cool, but like no one's gonna buy spots on a RC car for a guy that's lucky to win the B and C main, you know. I said it'd be great, but you're not gonna get anybody to put money down on it. You know what I mean? And it's fine. My buddy's running a Ricky Bobby Wonder Bread paint scheme on his short course truck. It looks fantastic. Boss got a new battery bag, but my kids are gone. Just me and the wife. Grandkids on Christmas Eve. Nice. Yeah, tell me what y'all got for Christmas. I did get a gift, you know, that's pretty special. Just a little bit before Christmas. From someone in the community here. Rob a bank, you'll get lots of time. Hey, fellas, Sed's right. Yeah, but everyone is watching that guy trying to keep up as his customers smoke him on the track. Yeah, I do okay. I'm just trying to be modest, but yeah. I mean, everybody does get to watch your car because everybody's out there marshaling after their race, and then you marshal after yours. So you have to watch some of these races, even if you don't want to. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. $5. The ROI is just not there, man, for it to be worth it. That's what I said to my wife too. I was like, man, what I'm gonna put a bunch of airplane YouTube channels on my race car. Jeff from Lower Alabama. Thanks. Yeah, I think I started first. I ended up last, and then worked my way back up to second. Was that the buggy or short course? I can't remember. There's so many qualifiers and mains, and if especially running two classes. Kim Singleton, Happy New Year. That's probably Kirk. And if it's not, thank you, Kim, and Happy New Year to you as well. I'm actually taking tomorrow off. I never do that. Short course, it could have been. It's brutal, man. Look at the stats on those races. Most of us are pretty close, and unfortunately, there's one kid getting like 5 or 6 laps, which means that we're passing them 10 or 11 times. It's nuts. I smoked him in the straightaway one time. Parked in the straightaway. Kirk, I thought so. What's up? Tell Kim Happy New Year as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not going in tomorrow. I announced it on Facebook. I'm gonna take the day off, which I never do, but it's like it's Monday. I've been doing all the holiday hours for many weeks. It feels like at this point, Monday, there's no one there to help me. I am a little bit under the weather where I don't feel like just getting my butt smoked. And my kids are still on like holiday break. So last week wasn't all cars. I built F-86, right? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna take a day. It's been a minute. You know, that's what I'm saying, Kirk. And I brought 2 home with me. I brought my FJ home and the CJ7. I was thinking about, if the weather wasn't awful, going to George Wilson Park, the disc golf course. Have you ever been in there? Me and my kid play because my dad got my boy some discs, like a bunch of them, and so whenever we get a chance, we go do it. But the trails and the hills and the woods um, are awesome too. So I want to double, if it's decent enough. I'm thinking about doing disc golf and taking the crawlers at the same time and getting some footage on some of those trails through the, like, up the hills in the woods with all the roots and all the stuff. And I was thinking about it years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So we built yellow, not a yellow, a F-86 last time. I'm thinking about it, Kirk. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. It kind of depends on the weather. If my kid goes, um, we'll definitely not be. We'll be slow because we'll be um, doing 2 things. What's up, Colin? Nice. I will. Jerry says change your servos out on that Cirrus. Seriously? My advice would be to get the proper Metal Gear servos on standby, so when the plastic ones quit on you, um, you got your replacement. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. I mean, that's just me. I don't change things until I need to change things. Kirk, I could also maybe finally go do Oxbow too. I mean, I'm always tied to the shop, and so um, I'm not tomorrow. But I still gotta try to twy. I gotta twy. I gotta squeeze a ton in. Hang out with those kids. Of course, Jerry. Yeah, but you're absolutely right though, Jerry. I've had those. That's about the only thing I've ever had to replace is nose gear servos. Balgo, they have some great stuff too. Yeah, man, maybe that's cool. Maybe I'll just do disc golf with him and then boogie with you. Axel, you're the man. Thanks so much. What's up, Rowan's Hanger? Definitely good advice though, Jerry. I would have, yeah, man. Yeah, it's never the ailerons or flaps or elevator. I mean, you got to, if you crash them, it might be. How fast does the E-Flight Habu 50mm go? What do you guys think? I think it's plenty fast for what it is. You know what I mean? It's 3S, so what is it? Probably in the 60s or 70s or something. something. Fast enough, says Wild Bill. Colin, should I buy one? It, yeah. I mean, it depends on your experience, though. That's what I want to know. Like, what other things have you been flying? That's the thing I'm most curious about. Really. That's what I'm most curious about. Yeah, if you're gonna do it, shop local at your hobby shop, or go to pilotryanmedia.com and click through to Horizon. All you got to do is hit the Horizon or the E-Flight logo. It'll take you right there. If you want to help out the channel. Yeah, it really does depend on the other things you've been flying. You know, if you're a low time pilot, I wouldn't recommend maybe that EDF. It's a good time though. What's up, Craig? $41. How many likes we got? 10. RC cars do you have? All of them. I got rock crawlers and race cars and bashers. Oh my, man. I've got experience with a lot more than I own. When you're in the RC business, like, you get a lot of opportunities to get your hands on stuff. And that means you don't necessarily own it or keep it for very long. But I have, there's a lot of great RC cars out there. For me, I'm the one should be asking the questions, you know, like, what do you want to do with it? Is something that you should think about. Like, have you watched any other videos on RC cars? Like, what did you like about that? Do you want to backflip it, or do you just want to like jump it? Do you want something that's tough? You want something that is tough and you can race it too? Potentially with other people who run classes. Or you just want to chill, like rock crawler with a super scale looking thing, you know. And I'm wanting to talk about a couple of mine crawlers before at the near the end of the show, probably. Here at the house, I've been working on getting all the holes in this Lexan body for all the hardware and stuff. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, the split Fowlers, dude. There's like slotted Fowler flaps on that Cirrus. Yeah. So in my eyes, the surface overtaking flight. No. I feel like it always has been ahead of flight. It's just now I get to see it firsthand now. What's up, mini crawler man? Fred Barron in the house. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a ratio that just continues. You know what I mean? Surface is a lot easier for people. I think it's just always been ahead of flight. I just don't think that most of us in the flight game ever were paying attention to surface. So now we're noticing um, kind of where it's at. But that really should make you feel that much more special, you know. Um, it's good that I have not limited myself to just airplanes because I wouldn't be able to help anybody hardly in the shop if it was just airplanes. I mean, literally, the ratio of how much surface stuff sells to planes at the hobby shop is brutal. It's brutal. I mean, crushes, you know. But yet here we all are, mostly airplane people. So yeah, makes me feel elite, says Jeff. Ha. 3 beers deep. Time to get the party started. Yeah, I had one at dinner. Woo woo. I'm out of my mind. Eddie K, no, I have no idea. I thought some shops got theirs already. I haven't seen any though. In reference to the remote ID, I haven't seen them. I haven't. So yeah, did you guys tell me what you got for Christmas? You guys, what'd you buy yourself? Some of you already know. Boss says he got one. Jerry says he already got his. Eddie. Salute with a D. Salute. 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 Elite. I'm about to take some Dayquil up in this joint. Y'all don't even know. Jerry got a Eurofighter. Nice. How about that team associated B7 buggy? When they drop that, was it 4-wheel or 2-wheel? B7 4.2. I mean, they got so many letters and numbers. I don't know what's new and what's not. I can't keep it straight at all. That's a 4-wheel drive one though, ain't it? Yeah. Letters and numbers together does not do anything. It causes anxiety, to be honest. So it's on their Facebook or something. Yeah. 2-wheel drive. I like their kits a lot. Time to take some NyQuil. Jeff, it can definitely be like that. Yeah. And it's just different. I mean, you think about how we damage our planes just moving them in and out of the house or whatever. Not your cars, you know, not your cars. And if you do the crawler stuff, you really hardly ever break anything. I hate taking pills. Yeah. New Year's Eve, lackluster at best. Holy smokes, Fred. You're out of your mind, dude. Thank you. Vitamin C, you know me. Have a happy, healthy, and lackluster. Nailed it. New Year. Fred Barron Studley, as ever. Thanks so much for that uh, wonderfully generous donation. Thanks. Oh, guys, what do you think? Didn't we watch? Kenny didn't build his beach, he just unboxed it. It's going to be a little easier to manhandle that, I'm afraid, than Big Yellow. What do you guys want to do? That's the excitement factor with flight. Flying's amazing, dude. I am jonesing. There's a kid hanging around the shop though. We like him. He's been around there for a little while. Who's starting to come around with a drone, and he wants to do something. Um, I just don't want any static for not having a 107 at all, or him not having a 107. Because if you put it on YouTube, they can say it's in furtherance of a business. But like, I'd love to use the kid, man. Built and flown it twice. Yeah, but when you open it up on your stream, you just unboxed it, right? I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, if you put it together though on YouTube, then I mean, I may not. Built and flown twice. I like that plane. That's why after they sold mine, I had to get another one. I had number one test sample though. You'd think anybody can drive, Craig. No, Eddie, he doesn't. Built and flown twice. You did the build video on YouTube. The series is cool. I still got it. I need to do my own video on it. There you go. Nice. What's that clear body you just had? It's the FJ55, the RC four-wheel drive one. That's a million holes that you got to put in it for all the hardware and stuff. And I've just got to do the back now and the interior, and then it's a full dry fit, and then it's a take it apart, and then it's a clean it and paint it. That's what's up. Jeff's still working on his RV7 that did the tree dance. Oh, for 3 months. Yeah, dude, I couldn't help it. And I really got the kit for the axles and the leaf springs, but they weren't going to work for me on the project I wanted them for. So I was like, well, cool. Then I'll build an FJ. I'll just build the whole kit then. I haven't brought it in yet. Trailfinder 2, like long wheelbase chassis is what this is, basically. Super scale, though. I like it. It's on little 155s. And, I mean, it's a trail truck. So I don't expect it to perform very well. And most of their stuff is hard bodies, not Lexan. So they're heavy bodies, and it kind of works on those leaf springs. But this is, for Lexan, it's going to be heavy. But not like as a hard body. I'm probably this will be the first one I actually do the roof rack and load it up because I think it needs all the sway it can get. More than likely. That's gonna rock. It is. It is. I'm so close. I'm getting there. And I had other ideas, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna see this menace through and we'll be all right. I need to get lights, paint. There's like 50 holes or something you got to drill in this thing. It'll be all right though. It just needs a lot of finish work on the painting to make it not look ridiculous. Like the chrome is just obnoxiously shiny and all that, you know. It's just too clean. What is your shipping price like internationally? Expensive? Yeah. I'm it's just it's not much worth it. I still want the more Morvair body too, for sure. If you ever find one, get two. I'll do the same. Happy New Year, Brian. Happy. We're probably going to build a plane, talk about some crawlers later. Just hanging out, talking to you guys, seeing what you got for Christmas. Gonna probably heat this coffee up and see if the kids are up. They're doing like their own little countdown, I think at like 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna check on them real quick. And I'll leave you with actually I'm gonna put this baby back on.
You were with me when I mounted these tires up. These are the Dubrow air-filled 5-inch tires. What's cool about that is I think if they were any bigger, I would have to use some hardware to make this happen. I was able to use the stock hardware with the 5-inch Dubrows. I'll put links to the in the description so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't have to get any extra hardware. I was able to use the hardware that came with the kit. The threads are a little short. Some of you guys may want to get a longer one. That's fine, do it. But you know this, you don't have to. I just turned the nylon locking nuts around and put them on that way so I could buy some threads. And it's been holding up out here at the fun park. Let's get it up in the air, but I want to shoot some landings with this thing. I really love it on the wheels. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right. The FMS Beaver. I'm going to put it in flaps right away, just to present this in this beautiful scenery, kind of smallish, flying field. Winds are funny around here, but this is a bush plane that I thought always deserved a tire treatment. 6S power, the big FMS Beaver is awesome. A lot of you guys know how truly powerful it is. It's fun to watch guys really rip this around. For right now, I'm just gonna try to keep it close and show you, I think, the benefit of these wheels on a very rough field. Look at that.
It gets right over.
And then power to get up and out. I just want to keep it on the ground for you. And this is some lumpy, bumpy, definitely out of grade terrain. And the gear were always plenty strong. It's just the tires that come with the model are extremely rigid.
Ooh, that was butter.
Just driving around, but there's some poles out there somewhere. Yeah, that's nice. We're gonna start from too high with a big slip, still full flaps. We'll see what I get. I was awfully high there from that approach. Dead stick in that. All right, let the rudder clean up a little, juice it, and line her up. Kind of hot, but we're good.
Yeah.
Bring it around.
Ha 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 ha. So in a few minutes, I got to go do some kind of celebration with the kids real fast. So we're gonna go do confetti or whatever like that. We're doing a fake countdown at 10 o'clock. I figure it's 12 o'clock somewhere. If it's good enough for Jimmy Buffett, it's good enough for me. So, yes, that's what's happening. Got the Crescendo finishing my RV7. Nice. Nice. That's what's up. Big Jim, Happy New Year to you as well. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna clean off this table. Like I said, I'm gonna dip for a minute and do this countdown thing with the kids. They're excited about this New Year's thing. I don't understand it, to be honest, but this is the one you could actually skip, like holiday wise. Like, what big deal? But okay. Happy New Year. Happy Monday. You know, happy Monday. Don't let me steal your fun. So yeah, I'm gonna, while I'm waiting to go do the confetti pop thing, I'm going to try to clean up a little bit, make space on the table for Julian Schnabel, for whatever airplane I decide to do. That's what I'm talking about. All these stinking holes, man. Looks like I got shot up. Excuse me. Bits and pieces and parts and parts. Excuse me. Bits and pieces and parts and parts. Yay, Texas. Fred Barron, exactly. That's exactly what the 55 stands for. How many holes you have to drill in the son of a gun to put your door handles on. Let's see. Seriously, that's nuts. It's got to be for the steering wheel or something. Big wheel, keep on turning. They're gonna come get me in a second. I'm gonna have to dip. So bear with. Yeah, you ready? All right, I'll be right there. Huh? You want to do little or big first? It doesn't matter. Whatever you think. But I'll be right there. Give me a second. All right? Okay. I'll be right there and we'll figure it out. All right, see you in a minute. Yep, I'm going. All right, watch this video, dude. Sorry. I'll see you in a minute.
The FMS Beaver. I'm going to put it in flaps right away, just to present this in this beautiful scenery, kind of smallish, flying field. Winds are funny around here, but this is a bush plane that I thought always deserved a tire treatment. 6S Power, the big FMS Beaver, is awesome. A lot of you guys know how truly powerful it is. It's fun to watch guys really rip this around. For right now, I'm just going to try to keep it close and show you, I think, the benefit of these wheels on a very rough field. Look at that.
It gets right over.
And then power to get up and out. I just want to keep it on the ground for you. And this is some lumpy, bumpy, definitely out of grade terrain. And the gear were always plenty strong. It's just the tires that come with the model are extremely rigid.
Ooh, that's butter.
Just driving around, but there's some poles out there somewhere. Yeah, that's nice. We're gonna start from too high with a big slip Still full flaps. We'll see what I get. I was awfully high there from that approach. Dead stick in that. All right, let the rudder clean up a little, juice it, and line her up. Kind of hot, but we're good.
Yeah.
Bring it around. Goodness sakes. Bobby, you got to fly this some more. This has been a blast out here.
It's such a good plane.
It really is. It always deserved this.
Yep. And if you're in the north, you can fly this thing all year round. You put the floats on it, it's absolutely great off snow.
It is. And water.
And
It's
water.
really good
Yeah,
on water.
it is awesome on water too.
Right rudder, a little bit of left aileron, little throttle.
Ooh, buddy.
Going for a little bit more of a three-pointer. I didn't quite get it. That's all right.
It's a lot bumpier than what it looks.
No stabilization in this model either.
Yeah, she's plain Jane.
Just set up on rates and a little bit of expo.
Yep. 60.
Definitely got a down compensation elevator flaps though.
Yep. Yeah, and rates I have set at my basic, my usual 60, 80, and 100, 15% expo. Full flap, 1122. That's what
Oh, nice three!
That was perfect.
Woo!
Full flap.
Oh, nice three!
That was perfect.
Woo!
That was perfect.
That was a good one.
That was.
I'm thinking stall, full bleed, just see what this thing can do on this setup, and that was full stick on your rates anyway.
Yeah.
As slow as I could get it. That was a nice one.
That was perfect.
We're gonna get it back over here and see how fast we can get it off. I know it'll get off a lot shorter than it will land and stop.
Yeah.
Let's lose the flaps for the taxi back now, you hear? Oh, look at the lights. Just dig the gear too.
I know.
You can get an idea how bumpy it is out here.
I know.
Dude, okay, this is a good spot for it. Stall takeoff, let's go flaps. And I'm gonna just stay in this rate. Pretty safe. I don't think I'll like get off too fast. You ready?
Yep.
Cranking it. 10 feet?
Yeah, I'd say.
Maybe a tick less. I was in it.
Yeah.
It's a solid plane. It
It
looks
is.
really scaled. This version 2 with the clear glass is fantastic. I have a feeling when you get them at Horizon through my link in the description, it may even be offered in a reflex pretty soon, if it's not already.
Ooh,
Man,
yeah.
I think this is just fantastic. Let's lose those flaps. So nice. Like I said in the flight, this is a great plane. We've got loads of videos on the FMS Beaver back on our video catalog on the channel, but we've never put it up on soft tires, and we knew from our very first flight that this plane was definitely worthy of further treatment. It's a blast on floats, like Bobby says. We got videos of it on snow. It's really cool, and it's really great on water as well. And then finally, we got the 5-inch Dubros on here now too. Stock hardware, super cheap mod. Plane deserves it, looks great with it, and this is so rough out here. So links to all this stuff if you need it in the description. Thanks for using those links. It helps support our endeavors over here at Pilot Ryan and Bobby K. Industries from coast to coast. Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Scared the cat.
Scared the cat.
Ha! See you in the next one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a blackout for Amish Christmas happening at New Year time. Thank you very little. Um, thank you. So that didn't take too long. Mike Bird, what's going on, Dad? Thank you for that. Just another year. Hey, man. I mean, here in America, we like taxes so much. I mean, we get taxed on the same dollar probably 5 or 6 times before it leaves our hands. Silly about it. Just love it. We're not going there though. But all right, so I'm putting these bowlings to the F-86 in the F-86 so I don't lose them. I don't want to do them right this minute. Well, let's build something else. Yeah, I think. Didn't really mean to do that, but that's okay. CBO Hobo. I already ordered the other rims, but that's not a problem. I'll order the different ones too. No worries there, mon frere. At all. No worries at all. I actually did orders today, so it'll be next time I do them, which will be like a day or two from now. Like no big deal at all. At all. I right now am just cleaning up because I'm gonna build assemble, I should say, a plane. Do any of you guys do resolutions for New Year's? I don't. No particular reason. I just don't. Maybe I used to. I don't remember. Like I think if you do, it's definitely a real great opportunity to let yourself down in a few weeks, you know. But maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Who knows? Who knows? My resolution is no resolution. Heard that. Heard that. Yeah, I don't do them. It's okay if you do. I don't either. Let's see. All right, making some space, making my way. Takes everything you got. Get out of town. So nice. Stickers. Stickers and drop tanks and stencils of stickers. Some call them decals and some call them decals. I guarantee you, I just took away my 2mm that I'm going to need for this. Yep, I'm certain I did. Jalapeno poppers. So, show a little bit of this table, I think. Welcome to my house. Knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love this bird. Man. Fine. It can sit right there. Let's not break another coffee mug, thanks. Appreciate that. Happy New Year's, airplane aficionados. This is the Beach 18. We're going to unbox it, smack it up, flip it, and build it now. Oh no, there it is. Decent looking figure, I guess. The first one, I've already done a video on this. And when I did that video, I did not receive the jig you use to set the elevator neutral. And you guys watched me stumble, trim, move the battery up, add extra weight, all this kind of stuff to facilitate what the manual, if I had one, would have told me to do. So definitely follow the manual on these. The jig is perfect. Since that time, I built a different one in Alabama, and it had the book, and I set it up by the book, and it was amazing. So the book is good on this, without a doubt. There's the spars. Go ahead and take those out. I'm building this now. This is going to be an easy one. I might go out and get my radio in a minute so I can drop the wheels. Beach. And Kenny just got one of these too, and he may have a flight up already as well. Check him out. He's doing the stream on Saturdays now, where I used to, but I can't because I'm racing now, which is a long time coming. Actually, very, very smart thing to do, and a lot of fun. Lot of fun. All right, let's uncrate this thing. Fred's got 99 problems, but a beach ain't one. All right, hold on a minute. I'm checking on Axel here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Axel, you should have emailed me your order number. A little bit of hardware in the top of that. No, I don't need the order number in the chat. I need it in an email so I can get at it later and forward it to somebody. It ain't gonna do me any good here in the chat. So that's the limited. There's that jig and a few bolts. Nice. They pack it extremely well. I've got a sticker that needs a little attention, but otherwise this thing, it's not the packing, it's just that sticker. And I don't blame them for that. I had this thing sitting in way too hot of a vehicle in the box for way too long at one point in time. So we're going to get this stuff out and then reconvene and get this built. Oh, I love this thing. Those cows are everything, dude. I'm just in love with this plane, in period. The air cooling, all that is just neat. Just got to do a little work on my decal. No big deal. That'll pull them off. All right, so that's the middle section. We'll get a little bit more look at this stuff when I'm assembling it, I think, once I get these things out of here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? So nice. Super, super nice. Man, it's so good looking. Stagger wing, yeah. Boy, they did a lot to protect this. A lot of stuff in there. Al, sorry, man. Check out my video of it, dude. It's good. I actually B-rolled some of the build on that one, too. So stinking nice. That's the rudder. And this is the elevator. And my suggestion, it's been a minute, so I kind of forgot. But what I'm going to do is take the servo arm off the elevator servo and slack it out the back, so hooking up the horizontal that's trenched in there. So that's the rudder stuff that you see on the, like, easy to see outside. Hold on. In the trench, though, is the linkage for the elevator, so there's not that much room. So if you slack it, you'll help yourself out a lot. And that's what I did on my first one. info@pilotryanmedia.com. Last but not least, the empennage, vertical and horizontal surface. Sick. Okay. So right now we're going to get this foam carton off of here. So I got room to work. Oh yeah, son of a gun. The book was on the foam, dudes. I want it back. I'm getting the book. Shoot. I literally thought about it too. Before I did it, I thought about it and then I forgot. Scott Settle, what up? Okay, we're laying it out. We're going to do it by the book. Assemble the Beach 18 right here. New Year's Eve. Get some. That's what we're doing. You're with me for long haul. I'm going to build this deal. I'm going to go out and get my radio and drop the gear on this thing probably today. It's nothing to assemble this. I've done one of these before. I've got a video of it that you're going to watch later when I go get my radio. It looks like all the screws are the same, except maybe they're all machine screws except for like a couple that aren't. So I'm going to go ahead and open those up. 2mm hex drive. Paul, what's the link, man? The ball drop? Are we doing that? It's only 10:30, bro. Y'all gonna keep me on like a telethon? If I do that, then I'm bringing on guests. I'm not gonna do it by myself. And when I say bring on guests, what that really means is you get to take over the show so I can have a break. Oh yeah, Wreckham Roy. You saw my twin at the Kroger? Ah. So my twin is like moving on up to the east side then. Rick's World TV, what up? So they're showing what's first? They're showing the fuse and the wing, and then the outboard panels, and then the tail section. I need a little tiny screwdriver too to do my shiny beauty. I'm gonna build it, man. What do you mean? I'll show you that shiny beauty. Give me a minute. So yeah, we're gonna build it. We're gonna build it. And we'll do what they say. So they're saying the middle piece. So that's what I'm gonna start looking at. Like I said, I want to break apart the servo arm so it's easy at the back to do what I got to do. I gotta get it. There's the screws right on. And before I flip this beauty upside down to do the wing, as much as I want to see what I'm doing, I want this lid on. First thing I'm going to do is undo the elevator, though, like I was talking about, to make it real easy. So put it at a 90 to the servo, which is going to make it very, very easy to remember where it goes. Roy, you really thought it was me, man. Where at? Like what? What? Where are you're in like Washington, right? All right, so that is off. Now I have all the slack I want for the elevator. Now I can do this. So flipping it upside down doesn't hurt my feelings as bad. Make sure these wires are not going to get pinched. And prepare this. For entry. And there's a spot they tell you, Washington. Yeah, I thought so. Easy peasy. And there's a spot aft where they tell you to put the antenna. This is really not a big deal at all. I'm making it one because the camera's rolling. You went up to him, huh? That's hilarious. All right, now I'm going to set a couple of these screws before I flip it over to check it. That's hilarious. I got stunt doubles all over the country, you know what I mean? 42 in the room. Those are Phillips? Since when? I forgot. I thought they were going to be 2mm. Okay. Gosh, crappy screwdriver, dude. Well, that seems to be going in just fine. And I'm going to take a look at it before I go all in. What a beaut. Man, I can't get over this beach, dudes. Make sure nothing's bound up. There's a little bitty hole with an arrow, and they say put the antenna in there. Oh, X-Max. Yeah, man. I got the new ones in the store right now, the $1,500 ones. crazy town, gentlemen. What's that too? Is that the nose wheel? There's no nose wheel, dummy. There's no nose gear, dummy. It's a trike. What is that plug down there? What's that say? Program. I don't need that anyway. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm gonna flip it back over and cinch it up. Just making sure nothing is pinched. What's this? What's this? There's no other way to do that. I guess that's all right then. Yeah, that's free and clear then. Cool. Coolie high. Harmony. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely epic. I like it. I like it a lot. Yep. I want to see this plane do excellent. Just so we can see more of these things in the future, you know? Golden age. She is a beaut, Clark. Without a doubt. Scott just got done weathering his F-86. I can't wait to fly that thing. I cannot wait to fly that thing. I think I'm going to do the tail before I do the wings because I can. The beach is a must. Anybody buys one, go to pilotryanmedia.com and click through. Pretty please. The elevator control horn goes on the last hole for the what turns out being the most docile setting. And we will get the radio because we're going to wood jig it and all that stuff too. That way we can just get the servo right from the get-go. You know what I mean? Neutral out the servo and all that good stuff. The self-tappers are for the tail. So that's what we're going to do now is the tail. And I already freed up. Man, I should get this son of a bitch on its wheels now. You guys will be able to see better what I'm doing, I think. I may go get the radio, y'all, like right now, and get the gear down so I can work on this tail, not up a mile in the air. What do you guys think? I don't know. I guess that's all right. That's all right. So yeah, let's grab it. So there's a couple things going on with this. So back here, it is not brass threaded inserts. It is self-tapper screws, in a way, coarse thread. And they're Phillips on this plane, which is different. So that basically means FMS did not make this one, is what that boils down to. So there's a little bit of there's a pin here for the verticals that's going to slide in this tiller right here. And then the elevator we freed up already, and we know it goes on the last hole. So we're going to make this super easy on ourselves. And I already have undone the servo linkage inside. This does happen to be a threaded clevis. So I might want to dry fit it and bind it. So if I wanted to, I could spin the whole thing, but you can spin it with the servo arm inside. So interesting. But anyway, so I'm making this easy on myself by having it undone in the fuse, and it's way back here. So now I'm going to split this clevis apart. And I already know it goes on the last hole furthest from the hinge. And so that's what I'm going to do. And having this out like this makes it a lot easier to do. And that's why you guys, that's how you guys know me. I've been telling you the slick way to get this stuff done for a long time now. So once I get my hands on it, I can generally save you guys some trouble. So that is exactly where it's supposed to be. Did that slide into the second? I think that's it. You mess around and break a clevis if you screw with them too much sometimes. That little pin, yeah, that's right. There's only so much there. All right. Get that surgical tubing up there. And now this, the way they set it, that ought to drop right in for the steering tiller. And we can check that by simply moving that rudder servo. So that's what we're going to do. Holding this down a little bit, I'm going to cycle the rudder servo and make sure I got in. I didn't, because it only goes one way. So I didn't get in right. So we're going to make sure I do. That's tricky. It's a little bit tricky. So take your time with this stuff, but make sure you get it right. I'm moving one way, but not the other. So I know I didn't get it right. Trial and error, as they say. Still not. All right, then, you stinker pants. I might have got it that time. You got to play with it a little bit. But yeah, make sure this is a good idea. You know, I forgot about this. Make sure you get it before you cinch it all up. Yeah, I don't have it. So, man, I'm going to center that up a little better. And it's funny, my angle that I'm working on here. So that way. All right. Let's see if that did it. Still no. What a son of a gun. So it's just now hitting it. Try that. What a pain in the ass. What a pain in the ass. How is that not getting in? I mean, I'm holding it down. So that's not it. That's driving me up the bloody wall right now. Is it too short? I mean, what gives? We'll get it. Don't worry. This is why you do this now, before you get the son again all the way put together, though. Well, if I unhook the elevator and try it, and then I get it, I got to undo it to get the elevator. Right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We'll get it. You just got to be patient. I mean, I'm doing a live stream at the same time. You know. It's tricky. It's tricky. And the light on me is okay, but the light I'm seeing with is not okay. Not. There. There it is. Yeah, I got it, guys. I'm not building it live because I need help. I'm building it live so you can see a master of the disaster at work. That's it. No, if you're not watching, you build it in no time at all. And you're like, I should have filmed that. But that's exactly why you don't cinch this down before you know you got it. So you're not doing it twice. Get it right the first time. You know? And then you can put floats on it. And get those screws in so you don't bump it back out of connection. Capiche? Yeah, add floats. Ha ha, very funny. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. I don't like the way that screw feels. So I'm doing it again. And these ones that go into plastic, I ratchet them. Tighten, loosen, tighten. Tighten, loosen, tighten. It almost needs to heat up the plastic so they'll go in without stripping the screw heads. Nice. Yeah, I like to ratchet them because I feel like if I don't, these cheap screws, I say ratchet, I mean back and forth to heat up the plastic and then tighten. Sick. Everything's hooked up and tight. And these don't move unless the servo does it. So, voila. And one just to grow on. Man, that's tight. It's probably bottomed out. Yeah, on the machine screws, you should be able to, Al. Absolutely, should be able to. Nice. So it is Time to get the radio so I can I don't know, drop the landing gear. I don't have to, I suppose. But it looks so much better on its wheels. So much. I'm going to have to do something for those stickers. Yeah, bar soap would be pretty good. I've just always done that, you know. It works. Tighten it, loosen it, tighten it more, loosen it, tighten it more, loosen it, tighten it more. It works, and I don't strip my heads on them. How many of you turkeys got to work tomorrow? How many of you are retired and it doesn't matter? Bro. Yep. And I'll do the elevator with the jig once I get bound up. Perfect, dude. Perfect. So listen, I'm going to put a video on. I'm going to try to find the this plane video, and you can watch it while I go get something to drink and my radio. Yeah. And we'll adjust that jig, show you how to do it. Yeah, clipped wing. Perfect. Okay, let me do this thing. I put it in the search bar, I guess. And then I'll go back to this. And share screen. We'll put on the video of the beach that I did a long time ago before I knew that there was down elevator at neutral. So you'll watch me struggle a little bit to get there at my own volition.
Aviation, holy smokes. Guys, check it out, the Beechcraft D18. We're getting ready to take it up for its maiden voyage shakedown flight right now. Beautifully assembled. These outboard panels click in, and the center section goes together with the fuselage just as slick. I love how you've got plenty of access to the receiver and the servos that run your tail section. Ample room for up to a 5,000 pack, whether it's a 3S or 4S, it's good to go. Have a really unique situation going with the way the motors tie into the rudder. I'm going to demonstrate this. Look at that, the blade stops. I don't know if you can see the difference. I think that is the neatest thing, that they've mixed this vectoring into these motors to help accommodate how small these surfaces are. So you kind of need the help on the vertical. So this thing is amazing. We've got the flap set up by the book. This ought to be a good grass plane too. This is plastic. Now check the retracts. Is that not the neatest? No frills, I tell you what, there's going to be some guys that really take this to the limit and do some 3D printing and things like that. Let me know in the comments below what you would add to this plane. I am so glad to see a golden age aviation Beechcraft D18 coming to market right now. This has lights also, outboard, very slick, very slick. You ready to fly this thing?
Oh yeah.
Let's take it up. Huh. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I tell you what I'm gonna do right away. Half flaps. We're gonna make a pass and I'm gonna drop those gear for you. I'm about half throttle. Here's the gear. That looks great. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. How are you doing, Dylan?
Not too bad.
I'm just gonna try to keep it predictable for you right now. This is a clean pass at like half throttle. How'd that go?
Good.
All right, and this is, like I say, the low rate, which is 70%. Nice. Rolls good. We just have the AS3X going right now. We didn't set up safe. We're gonna go full flaps. See what I think about that mix. Huh. It flies really light. I really like that vectoring with the rudder. All right, let's clean it up. I gotta power through and go kind of speedy. It's kind of windy. We'll speed it up here. Wow. That is moving. Turning out. Bugging. You got her?
Yep.
Coming back. Grass side. Look at those silver props. Those just look too cool. This is awesome. I cannot wait to be out when it's not like a gross windy day. Wow, very little down pressure inverted, which is nice. Tells me that I'm pretty right on with the 3200. I actually think today I would benefit from a little bit more nose weight, a heavier battery. Or add another one. And some of you guys follow me pretty close. You know when the wind's out of the north, it's really choppy, rather than when it's coming crosswind from all these open areas to our east, west, and south. Today, it's one of those choppy north winds. How scales that look? That's just neat.
Looks amazing.
All right, I'm gonna go for a Cuban 8 out in front. You got it?
I got it.
All right, we're pulling vertical into a big old half loop. Come back at us to finish it. That looks so cool, bro. I love those prop blades. Well, that was a messy Cuban 8, but we got it. It is bumpy today, you guys. I'm so sorry. Now, I'm turning a lot of rudder. That mixed into the motors is so cool. I'm full left rudder, and we might see, well, the blade won't stop because it'll windmill, but you can't tell it's there, that's mixed in for you, which I think is a testimony to how slick the guys at Spectrum are at programming these things up for us. I mean, the fact that I didn't have to do any mixing other than flap to elevator is truly amazing. I'm going around you. this time. Stay with it. Look at that light. Oh my word.
Amazing.
You good to come back the other way? Same
I'm
way?
good.
Trying to get some sun on it for you. Bit of a, oh my goodness. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Vintage aviation. Holy smokes. Now, one thing I want to try too is high rate. I may wish I had that authority when it comes time to land it. So we're going to check that out right now. And then we're going to get another battery in it and show you what's up with the grass. So we're going full flap regalia. That may be a bad idea. I got time though to make a couple passes. Look at that crabbing. That's what's up with the wind today. All right. Definitely not going full flaps on this landing. This is going to be a little hairy, so I like talking it through. My nose, if I'm the pilot, is off to my right, so I'm prepared in my mind with left rudder and right aileron. Boy, it's kind of floating. I do want a heavier pack in there. You know what I'm going to do?
What up?
Give myself a little bit of down trim
So
on the elevator.
On.
Just see if I can't make it a little bit more predictable.
Whoa.
For this landing. And if I don't like this one, then we're going to put it down in the grass. All right, I got a better start now.
I can still hear it. I don't want to hear it.
A little bit of,
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, that was so sick. Guys, this thing is phenomenal. Now, it was a little.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I had to learn the hard way. So I got this Jeep here because I need the battery out of it so I can drop the landing gear. So I got my radio. We can talk about this Jeep in a little while if you want to. This is bad to the bone, by the way, and I already moved the shocks into the same position as the links instead of their dedicated perch because that's how I roll. I know I want it down low, so that's what's up. So yeah, let's take out the body clips. Yeah, this truck is killer. I only drove it for about 5 minutes. I may be driving it tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, this truck is killer. And pull. It's nice. It is very nice. And there's my battery. It's a 2S, but it'll work for dropping the gear. No, I don't know what size driver to use yet. So no, I haven't got that sorted yet. If you got, I need to decide what size I think is right. I think you put some guys in yours. Did you like those? I'm not going to worry about getting this lid on all the way right now because I'm not going to do that till the battery's in it. So T minus 45. 7 inches. Axial makes that Jeep. It's at Horizon. I'm curious, Axel, how you clicked in to make your purchase, to be honest with you. All right, so I got my radio here, and I already have a beach in this radio, so I'm just going to go to it and zero out any of my trims. They're basically zero. They're zeroed. Beach 222 from your link at the bottom of the title. The Horizon one. Yeah. And then you did it all from there? Or did you log out and sign in or do anything like that? So we're going to put it into bind mode right now. Bind. All right. We'll set this in here. It's a hard case, 5,000. Just for getting set up on the plane. No big deal. And now you push the button. Bind mode. Bind. Why is it acting a fool? What could that all be? Is it a voltage deal because this battery's a joke? It might be. Boy, it's singing, ain't it? So anyway, that's my neutral. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it up. And now we're gonna do the jig deal. So, I need to drop the gear. Hold on a minute. Drop the gear. Yeah, I mean, it's a 2S battery too. So there's the gear. It is just a 2S battery, so it's probably freaking out at that. The 2S is charged, but it's not enough for this plane. This plane runs on what, 3S and 4S? Isn't that right? So now I can get this baby ready to go. For real. For real, for real. I'll show you how I do it. So the elevator is, here's the jig. And the writing is on it this way. And you simply just put this jig in right there. See it? And you're good to go. So right now I'm actually good. And now I'm going to hook back up the radio shutdown update. I don't install any updates unless it like makes me. So I'm like holding this right there on that jig. And now I'm coming up into here. And I'm simply going to now put the servo arm back on. And it's a done deal. It's that easy. Now I got the correct down elevator. The jig is in. The servo arm is on. The servo is at neutral. Put the screw back in the servo arm and call it a day. It's done. It's done. Except I dropped the screw and we got magnet tips though. So that'll help us. That'll help us. I need a better magnet. When in doubt, go get a couple bars and put on there. Save them from your crashing. And sometimes it's nice to hold the screw on too. Just put this big old bar of magnets on there. And scene. That's not going anywhere. Nice. Done. That's a done deal. Scotty Story, what up? That's that. Take out this 2S, that's not enough. What's up, Litz? So now let's install the wings that we're done with all the screwing around. It's done. It's done, y'all. And you can travel like this, or not. And we're going to do this one first. Oh man, hold on a minute. Yeah, it's the Beach 18 from E-Flight. And now I'm gonna put the wing on. I'll go ahead and get this in all the way and bottomed out, since it's tough to get it in on this side more than the other. There it is. And I like getting my hand, it's hard to see what I'm doing here. I like getting my hand on this side of the fuse. There, you guys can watch me. This side of the fuse. And don't be a wuss and just get it done. There it is. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is one of those I just gotta always have one. What a gorgeous bird. Now, I don't have a lot of room to work right here. So I'm just gonna get it done. Let's see here. Same deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this wing half till I bottom out. Same deal. Get on one side of the fuse and don't be a wuss. Click it and forget it. I want to redo that one. I didn't like how that went. There. I like it a little better. And you can always do modeling to close up gaps you don't like and things like that. That is what it is. What a beaut. What a absolute gorgeous rendition of a golden age bird. I mean, just sick. Get out of town. There it is. There it is. What a beaut. What a absolute beaut. All right, I'm going to set it somewhere. Oh. How about right here, since you're so good looking? Nice. See a little more of it. Oh, man. Gotta love this thing. I mean, you just have to. How can you not like it? That's it. Beach 18. Got a video of it already. You guys can check that out. It's not as much as a handful as I made it look. So, yeah. So I'm back in the chat. Yeah, Indiana Jones. It looks a lot like the Lockheed Electra that Amelia Earhart was last in. If you ask me. So nice. So nice. Well, there you go. That's one. 2.5 hours. Man, it's 11:30. Are we doing New Year's here? Some of you guys, it's already 2024, probably. It got sold at the shop, Kenny. Then I won one. Got rid of that one. But I couldn't do without. I had number one, I think. Production sample. Somebody had to have it, so I let it go. And knew I'd figure I'd get me another. I always wanted to do another video of it with the having the wood jig situation. You know, having it right from the get. The second one I set up, I had that manual, and it was perfect. You know, absolutely perfect. And I had to learn the hard way to do what y'all know from the get-go. So, yeah. I know some guys, some of the wing connections on like the warbirds, like the Mustang and the Focke Wolf, are a little bit better. So with this one, if you're worried about it, glue it. Yeah, the elevator jig comes with it, but I had production sample number 1 when I did the video. I didn't have a manual or the jig at all. Yeah, it comes with it. The jig is like $400 and the plane's free, I think is what it is. Beautiful plane, man. I had a heller good video of Dylan flying it, and that SD card got sat on and broke, unfortunately. So we'll have to take it back out. He's got one, I got one. Counter-rotating props on this as a model. The real one didn't have that, but that's okay. Bowling center parking lot. Oh, man. And who knows? They may, I don't know if the guy's firing up Zoom on Sunday nights or not, but tonight might be a Sunday worth doing it. I don't think guys do it on Saturday anymore because homie stays on so long. There's no need, perhaps. So yeah, man. New Year's Eve, dudes. Hanging out. Getting things done. The props being counter-rotating make it that much better on the ground. Yeah, to handle. For a model, it doesn't bother me, man. I don't need them to be scale. The Tiger Cat, they do the same thing. Counter-rotating props. Most twins do not have counter-rotating props. The P-38 did in real life. But mostly it happens on models counter-rotating just because it helps so much. Dueling beaches. Yeah. Man, it's too bad I lost it too, all that footage, because I was working on it. It was, oh my gosh, we had so many touch and goes and landings on it, on a parking lot, smooth. Dylan worked it out, and we had some cool night footage of it too. So I have to do it again. Yeah, it would be the best club. I got a vibration on my first one. Can't figure out. Changed everything but the prop hub. That's probably what it is. I have to get back to the party. I hope you all have a great New Year. Thanks for all the great content. Can't wait to see what you do in 2024. Thank you, Scotty Story. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Usually, I'll run them up with the props off, and if I can, I'll put my my fingers on the prop hubs, and you can feel it if it's off. Put the prop nut back on and feel it, then do it with the nut off. 'Cause if the shaft is fine, the hub, the nut may not be. It happens. It doesn't take much to be off, you know. Just being off a little will do it. And if it's the hub or the shaft, it doesn't matter what you do to the prop. Yeah, you've done everything. I mean, what's up, Ron? You still have the vibration when you run the shafts up without the hubs on them and without the props. Process of elimination. If you can isolate which side is doing it. The shaft. Run up those motors without any props or hubs on there and see if you get a vibration and feel those shafts. You'll feel it if there is one. And then put the nuts on and run it and see if you get a vibration. If you still don't, maybe it is the props. I mean, every now and then, I suppose it can be a motor too, but not very often. You replace the shaft. Did you wreck it? Wrecked it. Okay. Well, if it got wrecked hard enough, the motor can could be out too. If that's out, it doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter what you minor. It didn't vibrate before the wreck or after the wreck. If it didn't vibrate before the wreck, the shaft change should have fixed it. No vibration before. And then you change the shafts and now you got one. Huh. That's sounds like the motor. I mean, at this point now, I'd say even have the shafts off and run those motors and see if you can find a vibration. If the vibration is there before any of that other stuff's on, it's definitely that motor. You know, one of the motors. The ESC cogging out on it or something, huh? Crazy. Crazy. Bonkers, as they say. So if anybody's zooming, man, work it out. If it's happening, put the link in here. You're talking about the Cessna, not the beach? I've been talking about the beach the whole time. Um, it's like a bolt-on prop assembly on a spinner back plate, right? Yeah, you still got to do process of elimination stuff. I'd grab a 3-bladed master air screw and throw a bolt on and forget it if I was having trouble. HSD one, I think, if I remember right, doesn't that have a bolt-on prop assembly? Axel, thanks. Let me know if you hear anything back. Yeah, go ahead and fire it up, dude. I don't need to be here for New Year's Eve. Exactly, countdown business. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna drill holes in Lexan and stuff, but I'm not gonna do it on this show. I don't think. We can talk about at CJ7 a little bit if you want to. Yeah. And put the body clips back in it. Maybe. I need to charge this, see if this battery's full. So if I do get to run it tomorrow, I'm ready. Well, we can hang out and let him get a Zoom built up. Thanks to you guys for coming by, making the, what used to be Saturday seamless move to Sunday. So yeah, thanks for making it happen and coming around the channel and being here. So many of you have been here forever. Thank you for that. The irony of now being at a shop and it's harder to make videos than it was before is just hilarious and brutal. Evolution, right? This basher stuff started for me a few years ago. If it didn't start, I never would have done a shop because just wouldn't have been able to know anything. It's just funny how things work out, and we're here still. I mean, it's nuts. I can't believe it. Happy New Year to you. All really hope it's kind to you. Thanks, Mike Bird. Happy New Year to everybody from Mike. Countdown has started. 10 minutes. I mean, shit. I guess I can wait 10 minutes. You guys want to do it? Dad, what's up? I'm not that far away, I suppose. I thought it was a little farther away. Don Willman loves his Beach 18. Killer. It's 10 minutes. Shoot. We'll stay on. Kenny will get a Zoom together or whatever. Don't feel like you got to stick around. If you're ready to go watch the real, we're not going to do anything special. Show the Jeep. Absolutely gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to plug it in so you guys can see the lights. I mean, it's so special. Bleep. And getting the body on is always a thing, but that's what happens when you got super nice inner fenders and things like that. It's always a little bit extra getting the bodies on. But once they're on, it's no big deal. Yeah, man, come see me. I just kind of push in on the fenders because they're pliable. Yeah, we can BS for a minute. Upgrade plans, yeah. I'm totally gonna put a brushless motor in it. Hobbywing Fusion 2-in-1. They're like so cheap. I've been using them in all kinds of things, and they're amazing. It's not as bad as they make it sound on getting the body back on if you're patient and smart enough. Fusion, yep, 1800 kV for me, $70. I mean, come on. And that's not your fault, Axel. I'll email them too. I've been doing a lot of that. I mean, I got the body post right there. I'm just working in the shadows. There it is. And now the front ones. This Jeep is so sick. I've already done a minor upgrade. The one I kind of like always do to these things. It's not really the portal axles, but the straight axles, like on their early Bronco that I've got. And I'm doing all this. I'm just going to have to. It's like $500, boss. Honestly, the link to this Jeep is in the description. So I did, like I say, what I always do on these straight axle Jeeps. It's hard to tell, but the shocks are on the same link, same position as the links. They have a perch above that. So when I move the shocks down to the link position, all I have to do is add 4 longer screws, 4 washers, and I can drop the whole Jeep a ½ inch. A lot of these Jeeps I've noticed out of the box, they sit. It's really hard to tell at this angle. They would sit way high in the back. So now mine sits basically level, and it's lower by about ½ an inch than it would have been. So it's going to perform better as far as like side hill goes, that kind of thing. Such a gorgeous Jeep, dude. And you know, it is an axial 10.3, and those have been around for a minute. But what blows my mind, it's like how, yeah, it's an axial 10.3. There's been 10.3s for a minute. How in the world is it better though than, you know what I mean? It's better. It's a smoother driver. It's got these new plastic bead locks and Mickey Thompsons. This flexed out. You just took out the preload on the shocks. Yeah, that works too. I put a little preload back in after I dropped it to bring it back up. But I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, that's the first thing I'd say, do. Yeah, play with the preload. But I'm super happy with it. And I really like making these scale things perform. And so having dropped it half inch is going to help do that. And I can always put the shocks back where they were. But, you know, some guys are just going to trade shocks out. They'll put 90 millimeters on in the original position. Well, I don't want to buy 90 millimeter shocks. It came with 100 millimeter shocks, and I can get 4 screws and 4 washers and basically make them 90 by messing around a little bit. And I did this on my Bronco too, that early Bronco axial, because the more scale they look, the more roll cage and all this kind of stuff up top there is, the heavier it is up there. So if you can drop it, drop it. I mean, some guys don't care about that. I do. And that's a little bit why I don't mess with the high trails that much, because it seems sacrilegious to take the big tires off right away and drop it down. But that's what I would want to do. You know? Yeah, play with that preload and get it level. Did yours sit high in the back too? Stock ride height? Bro, I only crawled it for a minute. But I can't wait. And this one's going to be my crawler performer Jeep. And then my Michigan, I'm going to totally do the leaf spring deal too. Yeah, it totally needs a driver or two. The back deck is kind of shiny. It needs something there also. And I've never really been about these stingers, but it looks so perfect on here. You know, the lights on the back too. It's licensed. It's totally legit. Totally legit. But yeah, if you guys want to check this Jeep out, whether you buy it or not, the link's in the description of this video. 7. It's midnight. Woohoo! Yeah, the approach angle is amazing, even with this big stinger bumper hanging out. Happy New Year, everybody. It looks like the clock just ticked over here. Hallelujah. Coca-Cola. Kiss your wife. Woohoo. Party time. Excellent. Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one. Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one. Yeah, that bumper sticks out a little bit in the front, but golly, the approach angle is perfect. It's fine. This armor plating, you know, this black stuff back there is so legit. Yeah, that's nice. So there's a silver version as well. Like a gray, charcoal gray kind of version. Renegade. I did a little TikTok and Instagram of this thing earlier in the week. Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. Yeah, so upgrades. I already did the shock deal. Like I said, I'm gonna probably. I have a really good motor on my trail truck FJ55 I'm working on. It's a brand new Fusion. I'm probably gonna steal that and put it in here and put these electronics in that. Because I'm never going to demand that FJ55 trail truck that's super stiff on those leaf springs, I'm never going to ask it to do and perform the same as this, right? So I'll give this the better electronics since I have them. Yeah. I'm spoiled on those Fusions now. I mean, they're just so good. And you can get those if you go through my main link at pilotryanmedia.com and look at the Hobbywing stuff. It's the Fusion 2-in-1 1800 kV crawler motor, ESC motor combo for like $70. So then you just need a receiver. These come with a receiver ESC combo, but the motor is separate and it's brushed, which is fine. And for my trail truck FJ55 I'm working on, that'll be awesome. But this one's a performer. I want a good radio in it. I want a good motor in it. The radio's fine. It's just the motor. And the motor could be fine if you you know, wanted to mess with the ESC. But I just already know, man. And I want to be frugal. I don't want to take this system out and not use it in anything. I mean, I didn't put like a really good motor in my Winnebago. Can you really tell the difference in motors? Yeah. Yeah, the brushless with the field-oriented control that maintains RPM. It's more programmable. Like if you come up on a rock, if you're going slow and you come up on a rock, the truck will literally maintain its RPM and try to climb over that rock. If you don't have the brushless stuff, it's fine, but you got to give it more throttle like you would in real life to get over it. But like, I'm trying to make videos of these things that when it does it nice and slow and all that, it just looks so cool, you know. And when you can mess with a drag brake and things like that, like super easy, you know, that's cool. I mean, literally, if I just left it on this ESC combo and everything like that, but bound it up to my DX5C, I could do a lot more with it, even on the stock power system. Just leaving it alone, you know. So it's personal preference. If you don't want to mess with it at all, I mean, that's fine too. You know what I mean? I think if you're new to it, you wouldn't notice the difference anyway. Is what I'm trying to say. Flexology. That's so nice. The stock servo's fine, you know. It's just like every other ready to run. It's just stock. It just now wants to let go and tip at like 45. It's still loaded up pretty good before it finally wants to depart. It's balanced right there. So, you know, dropping it that half inch helps me there. It'd tip over that way a lot sooner if I left it standing tall. Yeah, the reef stuff's amazing. I've been using this Eco Power stuff from Maine. That's like 3 or 4 times the torque like the stock replacement servos have for like $10 more. Eco Power, the 120 version from Maine, is what me and a lot of my crawler buddies are using right now. They're like 60 or 70 bucks instead of like 110, you know, or 120. And if the surface side treated me like the airplane side did, I'd be using the best of the best and the name brands and all that, you know. But the stock servo, you know, fine until it's not. You know what I mean? It's a S614. My Bronco, my early Bronco has been used a lot, and I'm still on the stock power system, and only just recently killed that servo. It needs an upgrade actually as well. So many upgrades, so many crawlers. Kenny, put your Zoom link in here, man. I mean, it takes a lot to get this up into the wheel well already, even though I lowered it a half inch. So it's like I had this room to take. It's not a problem that I did that. I'm still like full. I'm holding the whole weight of the vehicle up on this tire, and I'm not into the body. And if I left it alone, I'd be full squish up in there, and I'd be like, I'd have like this much room, and I'd be full stuff. I'm full stuff, and I'm right there. I think that's cool. Yeah, I spent so much stinking money on wheels and bead locks and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing to this one, but it'll definitely get some, probably get some diff covers. I don't generally go overboard on the brass. You can do knuckles and carriers and things like that. I generally just do, because I'll change the tires out to like metal bead locks and do the diff covers, and I'm like happy with the truck, so I stop there. I've done it before where I've added way too much brass, and so I know better now. I don't want to do that since I've done it before at this point. Love it. Yeah, check it out. I'm sure there's already tons of great content on this. I want to do a whole video on this truck myself, and I don't really necessarily feel obligated to show it stock. I just want to show what I've done to it and run it and watch it kick total ass. My red cat, yeah. I put every bit of brass on it I could. It was way too much. It was way too much. I didn't need all that. I didn't need all that. So cush. Look at that. Dampened. So nice, bro. Plush. Such a great job on this. Where is that stinking link, y'all, for the Zoom? Are you watching the show, Brock? But like not in the show? Lower center of gravity in a trail truck, not as crucial as a rock crawler. Absolutely. It all still does the same thing. You probably can remove the roll cage, yeah. I mean, I'm certain you can with a certain amount of messing around. And that's the thing. That's why on that FJ55, which I already know is going to suck as a rock crawler, I'm gonna actually do a roof rack and stuff on it because I'm not worried about it too much. But like I did all I could to my FJ40 from FMS to make it perform because I don't want it rolling over, you know. And when I'm trail trucking, yeah, I don't ask it to do as much as like the performers do, but I still ask a lot out of it. But the limits are definitely at a lower threshold than something like this. But if you don't like that early Bronco that I did this mod to, so the early Bronco, I did the shock mod where I dropped it a 1/2 inch. I put a chunk of brass on both diffs, and then I got deep dish beadlock metal rims, which also widened the stance of the truck. So the weight, the wider stance, and dropping it about a 1/2 inch made a what used to be roly poly on nothing. Kenny, I've been talking about a Zoom for 15 minutes. Axel would do it too. I mean, if all the usual suspects got the invite, I think we'd probably have. I mean, I don't care. But I'll do it. Yeah. And I'm fairly certain the cage could be removed. I don't know what's going to help you hold up your front windshield, though, if you do. And you'd have to cut it free to fold it down and hinge it yourself. I'm the kind of guy who likes to see somebody come up with a 3D print roof and the rest of it that mounts right up to the cage. You know what I mean? Where you could mount it somehow up to the cage or click it onto the cage. That'd be kind of neat. There's a big part of me who wants to figure out messing with the battery from out here and not ever taking this body off. You know what I mean? Put a switch somewhere, and honestly, man, some of that you can do if you're willing to do the work. Depends where you mount things and what you do. It's so well thought out, though. I mean, these are just nice, man. Just nice. Yeah, bikini top would look cool. Loads of possibilities. That's absolutely true. The doors open, the seats are legit. Super nice. Well, somebody send me that damn link in Messenger or something. I'm gonna pop off though of here. Give him a few minutes. Okie doke. The radio's in the my truck. If I drove it, you wouldn't be able to see it though. But so nice. Happy New Year, Mountain RC. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery out so I can top it off. And everybody talks about how complicated the body clips are. I don't think it's bad. The price difference between other models, but already have great suspension and tires, is worth it. Yeah. There's cheaper crawlers, but they don't. The work I do to these is just because I'm a nerd. They're good as they really sit. I think that if you are about performance, 4 screws and 4 washers to drop it for next to nothing money is brilliant. But golly, it's already super nice, and the stance is already wide, right? It's already nice and wide. The wheel stance, right? Look at them hanging out underneath. So if you put deep dish on here or extenders, you'll be so wide then you don't need to lower it. You know, you increase your leverages and things, but turn it off and get this battery charged up. So nice. It's got you see the slits in the inner fenders, so it's already ready for rock lights. If you wanted to do rock lights, it's already ready. Already ready. And there, they act like it's hard to put these things back together. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, yeah, your offset puts them out, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they're sitting out already. Pretty good. They're out already. Freddie. They're out already, Freddie. Best, easiest way to put the front ones in is to 90-degree them. Bend them. Put them in 90-degree style. And then the side ones sideways in the back. Easy peasy. I think it's easier if you do it with the kink in the body clip inboard. And and it is a little funny to get to it. But if you do it sideways like this, looking in over the wheel at the bumper, it's not bad. It's tucking in those inner fenders so it sits right. It is the trick for most folks. There. It's not that hard. Outside the body. Very nice, very nice, very nice truck. All right, y'all. It's about 12:30. That's enough for me. I appreciate you guys coming by the show. Happy New Year to you. Looking forward to see what 24 brings. And thanks for being with me on the journey. We're going to see you guys on the next one. I would like to get some social up on this and the yellow FJ40 that I got a ton of work I did to that one I'd like to talk about and put in a video, but golly, there's only one of me, y'all. So thanks for coming by this stream, because that is really about the best way to connect right now. So thank you very much. We will see you next time. We're out of here in 2024. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Keep on clicking those links, man. RC Live for real. Hashtag. Bye now. Boom.